many of the geysers were wearing enormous papier-mâché masks, quite similar to the kind of thing you get in Mardi Gras in New Orleans and things like that. Thanks very much, Peg. That was great to know that. And Rebecca Jimison is watching my dad, Keith Jimison, in Wimborne, Dorset. Or watching with my dad, Keith Jimison, in Wimborne, Dorset, and wishing we were there. Have a great night, everyone. How do you get to carry a torch, Colin? Harris wants to know. Well, it's not easy, Colin. It used to be the case that you had to be born in Lerwick, though that rule has, I believe, been relaxed. And now a squad member can be from anywhere in Shetland. But I think that it used to be the case too that you had to have lived in Lerwick for a certain amount of squad is not easy. Christopher Sawbridge is watching with a wee dram of something called Dragon's Legend whiskey, which I have never heard of, and I've heard of and drank many whiskey. I'm from Ayrshire, says Matty Cunduff. I love watching the parade. I'm from Ayrshire, but I now live in Kansas in the USA. Probably the greatest fire festival in the world. I'm Tom Morton, and we're bringing you this broadcast with 60 North for Shetland Amenity Trust, sponsored by Northlink and Promote Shetland. You can watch it on shetlandwebcams.com, on Promote Shetland and Northlink's Facebook pages, and up hellyaa.com. Many people enjoying the whole process of being warm and safe indoors, even though they're in Shetland, and watching the festival coverage here via the Northlink page. Andy Ovens says, I'd love to be at this. Colin Gerard is loving the seagulls. There we go. And Lauren Curry says, I live in Orkney, but I've never even been to Shetland yet. You've seen plenty of Shetland. Next half an hour or so is all the geysers, led by the Geyser Jarl and the Jarl squad with the galley, going into the King George V play park, which has been cleared of its swings and roundabouts and other play items. And that is where the galley will be burned spectacularly in due course. What contains a lot of witticisms about him and indeed about life in Shetland generally, contained an absolutely phenomenal painting, very detailed painting of a galley at sea this year. Mesmerising, says Natasha Skinner, and Naomi Gunn says, I managed to watch Procession outside for 15 minutes and now I'm towards the absolute peak of the procession. What a sight it will be. Just like to thank all our camera people and best wishes for the warmth and comfort of my hospital bed in St James's Hospital, Leeds. It's great to see the action. So we look at the Northlink page, and Brenda Miller says, does this celebrate the end of the dark or the beginning of the light? Well, that's an interesting point. I always thought that up here that way, so it's been great to begin to see the nights retreating and the days lengthening. We're beginning to hear the music, I think. sequence of events, including the letting off of another maroon before the galley is set fire. Here we go. The galley song now being sung. Floats the raven banner o'er us, round our dragon ship we stand. Voices joined in gladsome chorus, raised aloft the flaming brand. And you can see the geyser Jarl standing proudly in his ship. Don't worry, he will be out of there before any torches go flying. You're not hearing the Jarl speak, but he is basically saying 3 cheers for Helly Aa and concluding the process of the procession. Congratulating various other aspects of the festival. Three cheers for the geyser Jarl, and he descends from his galley as the absolute climax of the procession draws near. First torches fly. A year's painstaking work on the beautiful galley, all going up in flames. It's all done according to plan so that nobody ever gets injured. The different rings of men, the different squads approach and throw their torches into the galley. Some of the most spectacular pictures of the whole event now, as we wait for the moment which has become celebrated in the story of Helly Aa, which is when the mast falls and the raven banner tumbles, and then after that, when the prow, the dragon prow, is burnt through too. James Moyer says, please give a shout out to ex-Yarls Morris Manson, Jim Kerr, Bloom and Creef. I spent many a memorable night with the Teachers Squad. That. Many people getting in touch to say how much they've enjoyed seeing these pictures, and this is, I think, the most spectacular moment of the entire event. Just the first verse of the Norseman's Home, being sung there. And in fact, if you want to know the lyrics for all the songs sung in Up Helly Aa, if you go to uphellyea.org, which is the site operated by the Up Helly Aa Committee, all those words are there, including the words that are never sung. And it will illustrate, I think, for you what was the original highly political nature of the festival, if you read those lyrics. Just watching the wind catching the flames now. It's a spectacular sight, and thoughts are turning, I know, amongst many of the geysers to returning to their trucks, buses, vans for the trips around the halls, and worrying if they've got their skits organised and if they can remember what they're doing, and looking forward to a whole night and morning of the party. Seeing now some of the spectators, many of them will be making their way to halls as well. The halls operated by usually several hosts and hostesses, months of preparation go in, as well as to the actual procession and costumes and squads into catering for that event. There's bands playing, bands to organise, and there is lots of food and drink to supply as well. Tickets are very difficult to get. There are only two which are not by invitation, I think. The Lerwick Town Hall is the one where the public can attend. We're seeing the fireworks now as we reach the end of the public and near aspect of this year's Lerwick